News coming in regarding the Somnath Bharti Khirki extension case. The Delhi Lieutenant Governor has accepted the recommendation of Justice Garg and forwarded it to the Delhi police for necessary action. The Garg Commission had indicted Somnath Bharti under several sections. Remember, it was a midnight raid that came in for a lot of criticism, where Somnath Bharti went ahead in the Khirki extension and demanded that two Ugandan women open up their houses for checks by these people because they suspected wrongdoing. Ruchika Tomar is now joining us with more details on that. Ruchika, can you help us understand what exactly these recommendations were?
Well, absolutely, Maha. In fact, the matter was referred to the additional judge Garg by the Lieutenant Governor after, in fact, this report has indicted Somnath Bharti. There have been several charges that have, in fact, been levelled against him for illegally trying to intrude into space which belonged to these Ugandan nationals. Remember, he did not have a search warrant when he entered the house. Also, according to the prostitution law in India, the ITPP Act in India, it is mandatory to, however, establish that prostitution has in fact taken place. There has to be a criminal complaint, and only on the basis of that criminal complaint can action in fact be taken. And there is a victim-centric approach for women who are in fact accused of prostitution in the country. So there are several laws which were in fact flouted by the law minister that night, and on the basis of the report that has been submitted by Justice Garg to the Lieutenant Governor, the Lieutenant Governor has now in fact further forwarded that report to the Delhi police to take action against the law minister.
Rishika, with the Delhi LG having accepted the recommendations of Justice Garg, what are we expecting in this case now?
Well, after having accepted the recommendations that have been made, what we are learning from our sources is that the Lieutenant Governor has contacted the Delhi police and said that they can now further have a criminal investigation against the Law Minister Somnath Bharti. There are several charges under which Somnath Bharti has been charged in that report. He has been found guilty. However, after this report is forwarded to the Delhi police will launch its own investigation. They will investigate all the charges that have been mentioned in that report. And after, in fact, those charges have been established, then further prosecution can take place, Maha.
And this will, Rishika, come as a big blow to the Aam Aadmi Party ahead of the general elections.
Well, absolutely. It is going to be a huge blow to the Aam Aadmi Party, given the fact that they had, in fact, supported Somnath Bharti throughout. There was a lot of turmoil within the party after Somnath Bharti had carried out that controversial midnight raid in Khirki extension. The party had in fact gone into a huddle, and the PAC was supposed to be taking a decision on the fate of Somnath Bharti, but the Aam Aadmi Party stood by its law minister. Remember, in that crucial PAC meeting that took place on Somnath Bharti, the Aam Aadmi Party said that they have in fact examined all the footage that is available with various media organizations and news channels that were in fact present that night. And after examining the footage of the entire night, they blamed the SHO and the Delhi police for in fact inaction and not listening to the law minister, and said that Somnath Bharti in fact has been exonerated of all those charges. So the Aam Aadmi Party's internal court, as they call it, had in fact exonerated Somnath Bharti. They held the Delhi police guilty. Remember, Maha, this is also the incident that had triggered off that massive 2-day protest by the Aam Aadmi Party at Rail Bhavan, when they were in fact stopped from meeting the Home Minister. And 2 officers were in fact sent on long leave. Those officers have still been suspended. This was all a backlash from that case because the Aam Aadmi Party clearly came out and supported the Law Minister. But this report that the Lieutenant Governor has sought from Justice Garg is going to be a huge setback to that image of the Aam Aadmi Party. And further, if the police launch an investigation and in fact criminal charges are pressed against Somnath Bharti, the Aam Aadmi Party is definitely going to be cornered.
Absolutely. Rishika Barua, they're reporting on that case. Delhi Lieutenant Governor having accepted the recommendations of Justice Garg with regards to Somnath Bharti Khirki extension case.